Good morning, everyone. My name's Peter Ott, and I'm the author of a new book called Floyd In Pieces. And I'm here this morning to read you Chapter 1, The Rain. Damn, it's hot. Maybe it's the lights. Maybe it's this godforsaken black suit that I swore I'd never wear again. Maybe it's just the time and place and the pressure. I feel a thin bead of sweat trickle down the back of my neck. I wipe it as casually as I dare with the already soaked tissue crumpled up in my moistened fist. I look down at my people in the front row for strength, clear my throat, and begin. I believe that most of us picture this moment in our minds. We see it far into the future, some place to which we are absolute strangers, yet here we are. I pause, both for effect and because I can't breathe. That swelling up that begins in the middle of the chest. I suddenly know that I can't contain it. It's coming out. But I beat it down, and it takes time. They all wait. I can hear pins drop. I bring the tissue up again, but it's not from my neck this time, no. It goes to dab my eyes, my cheek, and then my chin. I am dripping, but not from sweat. I continue. We all think that we have time to do more, learn more, see more, travel more, and I suppose endure more. We are sure that we will do it all together. But sickness doesn't know a clock. It doesn't give any thought to who you are or what you have scheduled. We both thought we had more time. I look at the paper I'm holding and can't recall what comes next. I stare, but I can't see. I panic and ad lib. Today, I am halved. I barely get it out before losing the fight with the emotional firestorm that begins in my chest and moves like burning tentacles up my back, piercing my brain and coming out my eyes. I crumble. The mic I'm holding drops to the floor, and sobbing, I bury my head in my son's shoulder. My strength is gone in every way that I know strength to be. The rest of the service is a blur. I miss all the faces, the condolences, the hugs, the handshakes. Call if you need anything, I'm sure they all said, although I hear none of it. I want this to be over. Outside, it's raining. Not the kind of downpour that you expect and hope for a time like this, but something to show that yes, there is a God, and He is watching and He is hurting as I am. This God of torrents should be feverish and pissed off and drown the entire world just to show them all that this could happen to anyone. No, this is just one of those gentle, shitty, never-ending, heavy fog kind of rains that just makes everything cold and wet. The kind that makes you forget what sunshine feels like, or that there ever was such a thing. The car arrives. John has thoughtfully had the limo brought around so I don't have to move from under the protective church canopy. I am thankful, but don't have the energy to even let him know. He gives my shoulder a squeeze and says he'll be at the house shortly. The concern in his eyes revealing, I love him more than life itself. I slide into the back seat and acknowledge John through the rain-dotted window. We did good, Marjorie, I whisper to the air. I grab at the box of tissues next to me and use them all up to no avail. The firestorm of grief continues to overwhelm me, but now I'm alone, and it no longer needs to be confined. The car moves off into the late afternoon weather. Now alone, I'm forced to think, although I fight it with all that I have left. I'm normally good at this, dealing with things later, but this is different. It's not like telling one of my students that it's just the first test. There will be others, I say forcefully to them. No, this is likely the last test. If someone like Marjorie can't be spared, then what chance do I have? Even an optimist has limits, and I am by all accounts not one of those. We drive. The traffic lights all seem to be red. Cars, streets, houses, and finally treed countryside move lazily by. I know I am in some way impaired, but in this extreme state, I find myself hoping that perhaps we won't make it to the house. Maybe the enraged rain god will send a lightning bolt or summon a semi-truck to intervene and save me from what I dread. But no, I gaze out the window through multiple sets of blurred lenses and see the familiar surroundings. The long driveway to our old but cozy farmhouse, now my farmhouse. The term makes me shudder with an uninvited chill. My plural world has become singular, and I am more frightened than that of anything that I have ever imagined. The door opens, and the driver stands there patiently, drops slowly forming on his black cap. I get out and look up, feeling the rain fall on my cheeks. It's cool and cleansing, washing away what the tissues have missed. It's a shame that it can't reach further inside me to my grief and provide some relief for that too. Glancing around, I notice that, contrary to the meticulous planning that Marjorie has done, I'm the first to arrive. The door is locked and John has the keys. I wave the driver off, move to a protected area under the carport, find a chair and sit. I wait for the rest to arrive. I wait for a sign of my future life. But I can feel the truth. Somewhere inside, I wait more for the lightning that I still fervently hope is coming. I move my chair out of the shelter and into the rain. It may help the rain god to see me. The rest of the procession shows up at a slow crawl, a quiet black snake making its way down the drive. Everyone tells me to stay sitting. John brings me an umbrella, knowing I won't move my chair. Marjorie has listed what food was to be prepared and brought for that occasion. A waft of some of the wonderful baking leaks from the side door as passers-by come and go. As with everything today, it's far too much to bear, but at the same time, I long for it not to stop. 45 years of those unforgettable dishes and memorable conversations has not been enough. I allow myself to burrow momentarily into my memories, just as one might snuggle into a warm blanket on a cold night. Flynn brings me back to life. He leans down and gives me a quick hug. I find I can't get up, but I raise my arms to meet him. We're going to miss her, Grandpa. I really loved her baking. John's son looks so much like him. Being 15, he's strong and full of life and at the age where change is constant. I know for him, this painful day will only be a bump in his highway, and that's a good thing. His eyes should be focused ahead where mine are not. Oh, son, we sure will. She was something special in the kitchen, right? I try to connect. I need his energy. As is common at his age, he's a fish out of water and doesn't know what to do next. She was... He starts, but doesn't complete the sentence. He wipes his eyes, turns awkwardly away towards the house, and walks up the steps. It's really great you came, I say after him. I'll see you inside. The dark line of faces are gone now. They're all inside. I see them now glancing through the window, concerned and all wondering what I'll do now. I can almost hear the whispers of my demise. They aren't being disrespectful, I know that. The truth is a bitch. I know what I'm up against. The rain has stopped, but the darkness and cold are coming on. John comes out and reminds me that I need to interact, to thank, and to mingle. He grabs an umbrella and ushers me into the warm glow of the house. All eyes turn to look at other things as I enter the kitchen and sit at the table. It's warm in this small house with all the bodies. Thank you all for coming and for the great food and sharing this day with me and the family, I say in a surprisingly calm and steady voice. Please make yourselves at home. I'm sure Marjorie is here and would want you all to be smiling and enjoying the food. I lie. Marjorie isn't here. Like my soul, she's gone. As the evening wears on, I intentionally blend into the background, waiting for this day to end. God, please let it end.